19:5. Now therefore, if you will indeed obey my voice and keep my covenant, you shall be my treasured possession among all peoples, for all the earth is mine. They didn't keep it. No one ever has. Does anyone really know how Israel was in and out of captivity? They could no sooner get out of captivity than they were back in it. They were just disobedient. They're naturally so. As are we all. We are all naturally disobedient. It's in the flesh. That's the way we are. That's why you need the life of God dwelling in you. That's that one that's greater than the world and greater than your flesh. Not to make you pure and clean and perfectly obedient, because he knows you're going to sin. He uses the sin to your and his benefit, to show you who he is, to show you his kindness, to show you his patience. So when he gave this command, he wasn't expecting them to do it, but I would guess that he was hoping that somebody might look at that and say, God, we can't do this, and throw themselves on his mercy. Maybe some did. I don't know. We don't know. Not everything's written in the Bible, but the ones that said, we'll do it, every single one of them failed. Every single one of them. Do you know that? He let that whole generation go from 20 and up. And he said those words to them. None of them made it out. Not one single person. There was a remnant of Israel after that. But there was no remnant of this. There was just the little ones. None of them obeyed. None of them kept his covenants. 1 Peter 1:14, as obedient children, do not be conformed to the passions of your former ignorance. Oh, absolutely. But obedience, again, obedience of what? Obedience to the law? I don't think he's talking about that. He's talking about the obedience of faith, the obedience of trust. Trust in God. Trust in God means you will trust him to change you from the inside, in your heart. Trust as in, or obedience as in, you obey the law, means trust in self. Because again, you are believing or asserting that you can do something that no person has ever done in the history of mankind from Adam on up. That's trust in you. That's not trust in him. And it's certainly not the obedience of faith. And then it is actually being conformed to the passions of your former ignorance. Because we should be free from that ignorance. Talking about people who believe in God, we've all been there. We've all been religious. Our former ignorance is that of believing we could obey. You can't obey. You can only be transformed from within, and the law transforms no one from within. It can only put on a facade, a fake facade. And if you start to believe it, then you have the stereotypical hypocrisy of one who thinks they're doing something that they can't do, and they never will. Or if you're honest, you'll just feel like a failure all the time. There's a third option, and that's trust in God and his completed work.